This is the project we're going to do today. This is a DYI cutaway card that I have made with my Cricut Maker. And so let's begin. All right, I have an A2 size card base here. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I've got a little piece of origami paper here, which is cut to the same size, but I've cut off 1/8 of an inch on the top and on the side just to make it a little bit smaller. And I got this from Amazon. And then I'm going to use some scrapbook adhesives, repositionable easy dots. And so what I'm going to do, on the inside cover, I am going to just run some of this repositionable glue dots. Okay, so I've got the repositionable dots here. So I'm going to put my origami paper, I'm going to put it shiny side down, and I am just going to place it in the cover and make sure it folds, and just run my finger to get rid of any of the glue dots that happen to be hanging over the side. So this is the front of the card, and this will be the inside of the card. Okay, and I've got my card mat here. I'm going to remove the protective covers from both sides. I've put a piece of washi tape on top of here so I know which side is on the top, because you always want to put it back down, the same side down. Okay, so here is my card base. This is the insert that I've glued into the front of the card base. So I am just going to slide it into this bottom card. I'm going to butt it up against the top and slide it in as far as it can go. And then I'm just going to brush it down. Okay, and the Cricut star wheels, they need to be pushed into the middle. If they were out here, you just need to push them into the middle. If you have to move the carriage out of the way to do it, you can do that. And so how they have to be positioned is when you put your card mat in, those flywheels should be going right down the middle like this. All right, now I'm in Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to come over here to Projects, and I am going to search on Cutaway. And we'll do a Design Your Own. Want to make sure that the finished size is 4.25 inches by 5 1/2 inches. You have different selections, but that's the one that's selected, and then you want to customize it. We'll just replace what's already there. So what this is going to do is put a cutaway guide on here. So this will give you an idea of what size of a design you can put in here. You want to keep your design on the inside of this dotted line. Okay, now I am going to come over here and I'm going to search on images. And I will search on Cutaway. And let's scroll down until we find one that we like. Okay, I kind of like this congratulations here. So let's select it and we'll add it to the canvas. Now it looks like this will work better if we set this as a sideways card. So let's resize it so that it fits the size of our card. And we actually want to set it at -90 of a rotation because this is going to be the top of the card here because of how the card slides into the card mat. So let's select everything and we're going to align it and center. Okay, and we've got a couple of layers on here. We've got a pen layer and we've got a basic cut layer. So I'll use a gel pen, a green gel pen for the pen layer, and then we'll just do a basic cut for the basic cut layer. So for these two layers, we need to select them both. And make sure they're attached. And they are attached because the detach is down here. They're already attached. So we're going to go ahead over here then and make it. And let's cancel that. We don't want our guide. So let's hide the guide. Come back to make it. And I'm actually going to want to do this down here on the bottom one. Make sure that it's set to the right, 4.25 by 5.5. Then I'm going to come up here and center it as best I can. Okay, we should be ready. That looks about right. We'll go continue. It's connecting to my maker. Okay, I'm going to browse all materials. I'm going to look for Cutaway. So we'll select the Cutaway card and backer. And we'll go done. So it's telling us that we need our pen. It doesn't matter what color it is. It'll do whatever it is in there. And load the fine point blade, and then load on the mat, and then press go. And it says up here, move the star wheels to the center of the rail, making sure that they are all in the center. And so now let's go back to our maker. Okay, so I'm going to load my card mat. Okay, and you want to make sure that your flywheels here all will be going down this center strip here. So if any of these 4 flywheels are out anywhere else along the platen, you want to make sure those are pushed into the center. Okay, the pen I'm going to use is a Cricut glitter gel pen. This is 0.8. The color is olive. And so I will put it in the pen slot, and then I will press the go button. So I will go ahead and eject the mat. And I will also cap my pen because I don't want it drying out. All right, and so I shall carefully remove the card from the mat. And I will put my protective sheets back on. My washi tape is on the top, so I know I'm putting it on right. But if you don't have it, there's a dull side and a shiny side, and you put the shiny side down. And now I'm carefully weeding out the portions that I don't want to reveal the insert that has been placed underneath. And I am just using my finger to wipe off any repositional adhesive dots that might be left standing on the insert portion of the cardstock. Okay, in some cases, this is cut all the way through. So what I'm going to do For those cases where it came all the way through, I'm going to put some Scotch tape to hold everything in place. Okay, so I've just reinforced with some tape the parts where it cut all the way through. Now in some of these, you'll notice the little dots of the removable adhesive. All you really need to do to get rid of that is just lightly rub it over with your fingers, and the adhesive will come off. Okay, the one last thing I'm going to do for this is I'm going to cut out a small white piece of paper to put on the inside of this so that the parts where it cut through, it won't be quite so obvious. And so that will finish the card. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!